Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about Maya and I's marriage process, the steps that we're encountering, and our search for a venue and caterer. Stick around. Alright guys, so I'm sitting outside here by the pool. It's a nice day. Quick little side note, the gentleman behind me, you can see he's doing the maintenance. Now, if you can believe, in the Philippines here, it's very common that they cut the grass with a pair of shears. All the grass. Everything that you see, this whole entire lot here, he does it all by hand. So they come in morning time, and he'll be done by this evening. And I don't know how often he comes, once every 2 weeks or so, maybe once a week. But yeah, crazy. Another side note, our neighbor got bananas yesterday and fried them. Like, that's a popular dish in Spanish countries and also in the Philippines here. And all of us must have got some mild form of food poisoning, because we all had diarrhea. Me, Maya, the neighbor. So yeah, that's one thing you got to be careful. Imodium is your friend here in the Philippines sometimes. So you got to be careful about things you eat, and I mean, you just never know what is lurking in the food, you know. The whole process of getting married is interesting. You know, back in the US, you go down to the courthouse and you probably got your marriage license within a few hours, maybe even sooner. Here, so far, Maya and I have had to do a Senomar, which you can do online conveniently. It's basically a certificate of eligibility of no marriage, I guess, showing you're not married. I believe that's what it is. And Maya and I ordered that online, paid I think 500 pesos or for both of us, and they actually even delivered it right to our address within a week. So that was handy. You can just Google online Senomar Philippines and you'll find the website to do that. The next step, once we had that, is I had to go to an attorney, and I had to do what is called a legal consent form to marry, which is basically you got to bring your divorce papers if you're divorced, and the attorney will write up a letter saying that you're free and eligible to marry. So it used to be where you had to go to the consulate in Cebu or the embassy in Manila to do that, but now they let you, since the pandemic, they let you go to an attorney and have it notarized and sworn that you are eligible to marry. And often they don't even ask for the divorce papers. So that was 500 pesos. And then the next step is you have to go to the barangay hall. The barangay is like the little neighborhood area that you live in, and they have little barangay halls, and they settle things like disputes between neighbors and all kinds of little things between small things at a smaller scale. And so we went down there, and we found out that our barangay was incorrect. We thought this whole time we were living in a certain barangay. It looks like we are across the street from that barangay, so we ended up having to go to a different barangay, and the barangay captain basically filled out a form and signed it stating that Maya and I reside in this barangay. And I think that cost 100 pesos. So as you can see, it's not very expensive. Now the next step will be going down to the courthouse, or the I forget what they call it here, not the courthouse, but we will go down there and we will apply for the marriage license. And at that point, we will have to take a class, I guess, on family planning, which is kind of crazy, even if you've been, fixed vasectomy. Maya's a single mom. We still need to take a family planning course. It's several hours long. You knock it out in a day, I guess, and then you're gonna have to jump through the hoops of getting all your paperwork and everything turned in once you've completed that class. And I believe, now it might be different in different parts of the Philippines, but I believe that your marriage license will be good for, I think, 120 days. Now, Maya and I have decided that we will marry this year. I'm not going to give you the date or anything because, things change. Maybe we change, the venue is not available on that certain date that we want to get married, and then, if I announce this date and then we end up not getting married on that date, so I don't want to do that at this point. We will take you guys along for the journey, and when things are locked in, we'll share with people. Initially, we were just going to go down to the courthouse or whatever and just do a civil service wedding, just inexpensive, and that's it. But for Maya, it's important. It's a special day for her, and for me as well. And so we've decided that we're going to do a nice wedding. Now, I was looking up some statistics, and in the United States, the average cost of a wedding in 2022 was $30,000 US. So, in my head, I was thinking, oh my God, how much is this going to cost me? I didn't really want to spend nothing like that. So now I looked up how much the average wedding costs in the Philippines. It's anywhere from $50,000 to $300,000, which is $1,000 to $6,000 US. Now, Maya and I are probably going to be around the $100,000 mark. I mean, the marriage that you can get here. I mean, we have these catering services that provide the dress, the tux, the floral arrangements, the food, the live music, the decorations, everything for like 100,000 pesos. And then, we're probably going to rent a place for around 15K, like some resort. So it's just a fantastic price to get married here. So, for some people maybe who they're Filipino wants to get married and they want a nice wedding, but you don't want to spend that kind of money in the U.S. And if you were going to take her to the U.S., you could do the fiancé visa, get her out there, get married, a small little wedding, civil wedding, and then come back to the Philippines maybe in a year or two when she's allowed to travel and get married here. Much, much cheaper, and then she'll have all her family and friends and everything and be a happy camper. We have started looking at venues. We looked at one a couple days ago. You can see that on Maya's channel. And then we will look at another one this next week. I think Monday we're meeting with a wedding coordinator to sit down and discuss what we want and costs and food and all that kind of stuff. And then Tuesday we're going down to the courthouse to do the next step in the process. Now, I used to hear people that would say they would coming out to the Philippines. They'll be here for 2 weeks to gather all the paperwork up and get married here. It's hard to do. Now, you just never know. If you're in an area where things are running efficiently, you can get married probably within 2 weeks from start to finish. If you are in an area, I mean, Maya and I have been going on, I think we're in our 3rd week now. Now, we're not rushing though, because our time is far enough out that we don't need to rush. And also the caterer told us 2 to 6 months to prepare for the wedding, which is quite a long time, but 2 to 6 months. So we decided to slow down, just not hurry, but we have decided we will marry this year. Again, this guy is over here with a little hedge clipper. He did all the lawn. He's doing the bushes. And he does a fantastic job, but he's out in the sweltering heat all day from morning till nighttime. It'll be nighttime when he leaves here. And I don't even want to fathom how much he makes, but my guess is maybe 400 pesos for the day or something. I don't know. Somebody can comment on what they think they make. But yeah, the wedding plans are going well. We are super excited. We have the Vietnam trip in August. That's really exciting as well. We have a lot of big things going on, and we got a trip to Cebu coming, back to Cebu, Mactan, Newtown at the end of May. So if anybody's in Mactan, Newtown, and around that time frame, I will be there for a few nights. And then back to Dumaguete, and then we will kind of plan and coordinate and get this, get our marriage license, and then prepare for the wedding. So a lot of stuff going on this year. Fun, great year for Maya and I. We're super excited. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, but if you have any questions about getting married out in the Philippines, drop me a line, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. If you guys haven't checked out my website, check it out. You can sign up for a free newsletter that I send out monthly with loads of information. If you are coming out to the Philippines, either to live or to travel, check out my Geo Essentials page, where you can check out all the things that I use personally for living or traveling to the Philippines. And also, if you want to book a consultation and get, have a bunch of questions about your trip to the Philippines, you can click book a consultation, and I'd be happy to talk to you. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see everybody next time. Bye.